Hey folks, today is Friday, February 4th, 2022, and we had an ice storm yesterday. It didn't stick on the streets, but it put a lot of ice on the tree limbs and so forth. We had a lot of fallen limbs. No trees fell down that I know of completely, but we did have lots of limbs, and some of them up even in the cove. But I wanted you to be able to see the difference in how these trees look with the ice-coated limbs on them. It's a cloudy day, so there won't be any highlights in this, but this is looking east over there, and we just went past the house, so I'm going to turn around and fly on out over the back area. There's that next neighborhood over right there. That's the only color in the film. I mean, the trees are just really monotone, and then you see the grass and stuff on those the dormant grass on those properties out there in that neighborhood next door. So anyway, so this is just beautiful. You can see the trails down below here. You can actually see the bridge, bottom left corner there. I think I didn't tell you soon enough, but anyway, this is kind of tilted the camera down so we could kind of see some of these trails down here. I'm tilting it down some more. Okay, so there's the bridge in the bottom right corner. I'm looking again. It's on the very left-hand side of the screen is the bridge. It's kind of covered up by the trees, but if you look on the left-hand corner, you can see it as it's moving past it right here. So there's the creek down there, and there's a number of trees that don't drop their leaves until spring, which is some of those trees do that. So you see that tree with leaves on it. That's one of those kinds of trees, and so we're flying out over this area again, but I just wanted you to see the color of these trees when covered by ice like this. So we're going over the telephone lines, power line, and so forth, and that ridge number 1 down directly below us, and there's that. And let me bring the camera up like this, and so you will see a little bit of the horizon in the next neighborhood over. And now we're going to fly on out just a little bit over the next neighborhood just to give you a feel of the entire area that's covered in ice with the trees. Nothing on the streets. You can see cars driving on the streets, on the streets. So the streets are just as dry as they can be. It rained all day yesterday, and so it was right at 32 degrees, and then it dropped down to about 30. By the time it dropped down to 30, the freezing rain had stopped. So most of the freezing rain was during that period where it was 32 degrees, but it didn't stick to the streets because it's been warm the past few days, so the streets are still retaining that heat. Which didn't allow anything to stick. So the driveway and the streets and the sidewalks and so forth around my house are all just no problem to walk on. Now the deck that I'm sitting on as I'm filming this is covered nice, and the table that I'm sitting next to is covered nice. But now we're turning around and heading back towards the house now. So this is not that long of a video, but we're 4 minutes into it. I think we got another 3 or 4 minutes here, so maybe 3 minutes. So anyway, you can see the deck, bottom middle of the screen, and you can see the cars parked off to the right, or one car parked off to the right, I should say. And there I am sitting at that table. The table's white on that deck, so now it's going out of view. Here's the house coming up. And so we've got to fly through this little gap. We've got to drop the drone down through these trees right here. And that's always a tricky thing because you see there's not much room to go between the limbs of those trees and hit that table right there. But that's what I'm practicing on. And so now I can see the table is almost centered up, but I'll have to adjust it a little bit. And I just don't want to hit these tree limbs here, so I'm trying to be very careful. And at this point, I think I have sped it. Maybe not. At one point, I'll speed this up to 2 times to get it to look right here. So anyway, I'm having to adjust a little bit, and I look up to see where the drone is. And so now I've sped it up, and we'll finish up this video like this, and I'll show you a final scene of the going up, and we'll end this video with that final scene of the trees and so forth. So that's about it on going down, and there's that final scene. So that's it. Talk to you later.